The USDA Direct Loan could be going away. It's part of a 2026 budget proposal released in early May that would eliminate several rural housing programs, including the USDA Direct Loan. If you're planning to use the USDA Direct Loan, this is something you need to know now, because if this passes, the program could be gone by October. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what's in the proposal, what it means for buyers, and what you can do right now to protect your path to homeownership. There's also one key consequence of this proposal that most buyers probably aren't thinking about, but it could directly affect how much home you can afford. I'll break that down in just a bit. So what does the budget actually say? The proposal includes language that says USDA's rural development programs are being streamlined to focus on programs that show efficient results and reflect what they call an appropriate federal role. And under that lens, the budget recommends eliminating programs that are described as duplicative, too small to have macroeconomic impact, costly to deliver, in limited demand, or available through the private sector. Now, I think the USDA Direct Loan is a great program and it shouldn't be going away, but unfortunately, I'm not one of the people that are voting on the budget. To be clear, this does not affect the USDA Guaranteed Loan from what I can tell. The program is still available through private lenders. This proposal is specifically targeting the direct loan, which is issued directly through the USDA. This isn't the first time this kind of proposal has come up. A similar attempt to eliminate the direct loan happened a few years ago, and that effort didn't go anywhere. Congress rejected it with bipartisan opposition. So just because this is in the budget doesn't mean it's a done deal. These proposals go through months of negotiations. That said, the federal fiscal year starts October 1st, so we're going to see more conversations around this over the summer. And depending on how Congress handles it, this could become a real issue for buyers who are planning on using the USDA Direct Loan later this year or next. Now, before I get too far, in case you don't know what the USDA Direct Loan is, let's do a quick refresher. The USDA Direct Loan is a zero-down mortgage that comes directly from the USDA, not through a private lender. It's meant for low and very low income buyers in eligible rural areas. The biggest advantage is that the interest rate can be subsidized based on your income, which brings down your monthly payment more than you'd see with a good rate from a lender. It also tends to be more flexible with certain types of income and credit situations. The downside is that it takes longer. You have to apply through your local USDA Rural Development Office, and there can be waiting lists. But for buyers who qualify, it can be one of the most affordable ways to buy a home. The USDA Guaranteed Loan would still be around, but it's a different program. It goes through lenders, and it doesn't come with any subsidy. You're getting market interest rates. So even though the Guaranteed Loan is a great option for some buyers, it doesn't serve the same group of people that the Direct Loan is meant for. Before we dive too far in, if you're trying to figure out how much home you can actually afford or what your buying options look like, I've got a free affordability calculator and quick start home buying guide over on my website, workwithdang.com. And if you want help finding a great real estate agent in your area, I can connect you with someone who understands your market and your budget. What can you do right now? If you're currently hoping to use the USDA Direct Loan, here's what I'd recommend. Apply now if you're eligible. Don't wait around to see how this plays out. Stay in touch with your local USDA office. They can tell you your status and whether your area has current funding. If you've already been approved and received your certificate of eligibility, check the expiration date and whether you're allowed to move forward with shopping. I've worked with buyers who waited months to get their COE, and just as they're ready to buy, this kind of policy change could shut the door on the one program that worked for them. So if you've been putting it off, now's the time to act. If the direct loan is eliminated, here are a few backup options to look into. The USDA Guaranteed Loan, it's still zero down just through lenders. FHA loans, which are 3.5% down, there's more flexible credit requirements. And then there's down payment assistance programs. Some states or cities offer grants or second loans you can use with FHA or conventional. So essentially what you could do is get an FHA loan, pair this with a down payment assistance program, and you could get 0% down. Then there are nonprofit programs like Habitat for Humanity or NACA. NACA, for example, is a nonprofit that offers no down payment, no closing costs, and no minimum credit score. But it's a more involved process. You'll need to attend workshops, meet with a counselor, and follow a specific budget plan. It takes commitment, but it's helped a lot of buyers who didn't qualify for traditional financing. And just a heads up, if you're switching to something like FHA or the USDA Guaranteed Loan, your interest rate is likely going to be higher, which means your monthly payment could go up. That also means you'll probably qualify for less home, because more of your money is going to go to interest and less to the principal. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to factor into your budget planning. You can also check with your local housing authority or your state's housing finance agency. A lot of people overlook this, but they offer grants, low interest loans, or other first-time homebuyer assistance. A good starting point is to search online for first-time homebuyer programs programs with your state or city's name, or look up your state official's housing website. You might be surprised by what's available. So will USDA direct loans actually be eliminated? We don't know yet. It's just a proposal, but it's real enough that if you're eligible now, you should take it seriously and start moving forward. And if this video helped you, do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. I post videos like this to make complex topics easier to understand, especially for first-time home buyers trying to figure out where to start.